Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to click that subscribe, press that notification so you can see more up and coming videos on Dred custom paint. In today's video guys, we are going to paint the legend Bruce Lee, and it's the image off of Fist of Fury. On this piece here you can see we've got the paper all masked up on the backboard. I've got a very light outline of the image here we're going to work from. This is a grayscale portrait again guys, and we're going to be doing glass etching once again on this. We're going to do the Fist of Fury logo etched into the glass. That'll be later on in the video today guys, but we're going to concentrate on Bruce himself here. So what I'll do is I'll stick you in time lapses, and then I will have little intervals in between the time lapses, and I'll talk you through the techniques that I'm using, the paints, if I'm mixing any bits along the way. I'll do these intervals and I'll talk you through the portrait of Bruce Lee. So I will see you guys in the time lapse. Right guys, I'm going to give you a little talk through of that time lapse that you've just seen on the screen. Hopefully it's picking this up. It just looks like a lot of grey on the screen. What we've done is we've gone round all the first pass where all the shadows are, little bits of texture, just working round. So I've basically just filled all the image in where all the little shaded bits are in the first pass, and the first colour that I went in with was the value 5, which is a really light grey. I gave it one pass with the airbrush first and went in really light, didn't go to full opaque, sort of just dusted it on and then went over the top again and just slightly built it up, a little bit darker and a little bit darker with the value 5. So that's full value 5 there. What I'll do next is I'll start darkening out the around Bruce Lee. I'll start darkening all this background out because I want this background to be near enough black so he really pops forward. So I'll start going around all this edge and just start darkening this all up, giving it a bit of texture, and then we'll start working in the face and start putting in the shade in, put the nunchucks in and things like that. So I'll stick on another time lapse. So the paint I've used on the first pass has been value 5, went in nice and light and then went over with the value 5 again up to full opaque, to full consistency on that paint colour. So that's a value 5 as you see there. So I'll stick on another time lapse now and we'll crack on, we'll get this background in. See you in a bit guys. Right, we're having another little break, guys. I'll just talk you through the bits in that last time lapse. I've gone round with a shading grey and just mottled in a bit of the background. You see me going round with shields. I was just going round the shields, round the image, keeping it sharp and just dropping a grey tone in the background. I then went in with a dark grey mix. It's not too dark, it's probably a couple of shades darker than the value 5, and just gone in again and just starting to establish the eye parts, putting them in where the eyebrows are, the lips, and just a bit of darker tones in here. This will look a lot lighter here the minute I start dropping the blacks in on the hair, the blacks here, the dark shadow under here. We've got a little shadow under the nose there, darker in the lip, darker down this hand, darker here. All this is dark along here, and there's a dark piece here, darks under here. So I'm just going to keep working along, and then I'll just start nibbing in some highlights and just putting them in place, and then we'll darken out the background even more because we're going to have etched. The glass is going to be etched this side in the frame, so I want this as dark as possible so the etch stands out on this part. But we're just working round. Just take your time, keep your eye on your reference, and just follow the darks and drop your highlights in where you need them. See, a lot of this is more the tips of his fingers. There's a lot dark around these and down these fingers on hand. Dark shadow in here, but this will be dark here anyway, because the background on this picture, I think it's another picture that's been put on it, so I'm just doing my own background on this, guys. We've got the nunchucks, they're going to be black with some highlights, then you've got the parts of the chain, so they'll be blacks with bright highlights in. So we'll continue on. I'll drop in another time lapse and we'll push on with this portrait and get the rest of this finished, guys. I'll see you in a bit. There you go guys, there's the finished picture, Bruce Lee, Fist of Fury. I've dropped the frame round it, the white inlay. We've gone round, darkened the back off, dropped the little bits of highlight in there on the nunchucks and the bit of chain. A few little highlights in here, darken the rest out. And I've just scuffed back and just put a very light glow on these bits just to finish that off. We're going to move on now to the next stage, and we're going to drop the etching in on the glass, and then I'll mount all this up. I'll take you through the etching stage. I've got to cut the logo out, it's going to go here, and then I'll run you through the etching process. So I'll see you in a bit guys. Go guys, there's the finished picture of Bruce Lee, Fist of Fury. I hope that caught that in the time lapse with the etching. We cut the Fist of Fury logo out, and then you see me going with the etching tool. That was with an aluminium oxide 220 grit, and just keep dusting it over like you're airbrushing, and then you'll get that effect there. So that's all finished guys. We've framed it. It's got a cream mount with a white frame, and then you've got the etched Fist of Fury there guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks a lot for watching. See you soon guys.